And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 855. Today is, what is today? Wednesday?
Man,
Today is Wednesday, December 15, 2021. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. We're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish. And today's top stories. Whew, I know a lot of you saw it. You wish it was real, but it wasn't. Only a paper moon. Bitcoin price briefly shows $870 billion on CoinMarketCAP. Kraken CEO reverses $100,000 Bitcoin 2021 forecast, saying crypto winter is now possible. DeFi is the most dangerous part of the crypto world, says Senator Elizabeth Warren. NYDIG raises $1 billion in funding. Valuation now is at $7 billion. And last but certainly not least, Block, formerly Square, will allow users to give Bitcoin for the holidays using Cash App. But first and foremost, Bitcoin, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices for today, Bitcoin sitting at $47,222, down 0.1%. Ethereum at $3,760 is down 1.3%. Binance Coin at $513 is down 1.6%. Solana at $160 is up 0.1%. Cardano at 122 is down 1.9%. XRP sitting at 78 cents is down 1.5%. Polkadot at $25 is down 3.4%. Dogecoin coming in at number 10 at 17 cents is down 8.9%. So a whole lot of red still. And if you saw the prices from yesterday, no, you did not become a quadrillionaire. Your portfolio is not up 1 billion, bajillion, fulfillion percent. That is not real. But it was fun to see. But these are the real prices. And again, I always like try to look at the biggest gainers to see what's going on. It seems like everybody's basically just copying stuff from before. AVAX, well, AVAX up. Dogecoin, well, safe Dogecoin. And yeah, those are our biggest gainers today. So those are our prices.
And don't forget those big gains, while they might be 300 or 400% or whatever, you can't sell out of them sometimes for some of these coins. So remember that. I want to give a shout out to today's show sponsor, Nil Coin. Again, shout out to Nil Coin. Thanks for sponsoring today's show. After the show today, we will be releasing a quick review on the Nil Coin project coming out. It is a brand new project they're actually launching today. Nil Coin stands for name, image, and likeness. It is what they're attempting to do is to be the premier college athletic coin to bridge college athletes, promoters, advertisers, sponsorships, all that under the same house using the Nil Coin project. Again, it's a brand new project, so make sure you do your own research, as we say with all our sponsorships. And again, I'm gonna say that one more time: do your own research, because for like the next 2 weeks, we're like sponsors every day coming in with all different types of projects. Everyone wants you to know about their project. Again, some of these are brand new, so it's too early to tell which way is up. So please take a brief look at these videos and leave a comment, yay, nay, and what warriors should be on the lookout for. Really quick, what's going on? J.E. Walter, Gu Remy, Wendy Nichols, Chappie, Kadeem, J.E. 64 ECG, J Martyr, Les Square, Credit K, Tommy Brown, Josh Richardson, Kim Booker. Good morning all. And then as far as I want to give a shout out again to Jake Fever. This is his hat, been dope, and his shirt, this Bitcoin shirt as well. You know, we throwing out sponsored posts. Got to make sure we got these bees on all day. If you watch the show, you know. All right. Other than that, hilarious. Satoshi Slim, you already know it. Why you saying you messed me up, Satoshi? You said King with a hat on. Do not attempt to readjust your screens. You already know what's about to happen today, Satoshi. You throwing off the madness of the day. Don't kill me like that. Let me do it. Let me do it. All right. Top story of the day, though. Hold on, before I share this screen, let me make sure it's on the right screen. Only a paper moon. That is right. Bitcoin price briefly shows $870 billion on CoinMarketCAP. You all's favorite Bitcoin Zay. What is going on with this story?
Oh, man. So they're calling it a mysterious glitch. It caused popular coins to show astronomical gains, which was hilarious. And my phone was blowing up all yesterday because people were texting me saying, oh, what is this? What's going on? Is this real? No, it's not real. You didn't become a trillionaire overnight. It is not real gains. So again, it is called a paper moon. It says here, crypto traders experience a moment of joy followed by confusion when a glitch caused several data aggregators to briefly display enormous gains for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies. It showed price indexes where Bitcoin's price was close to 900 billion and Ethereum showed over 81 billion. So even in a glitch, Bitcoin is more valuable. But the momentary glitch also impacted Cointelegraph's price indexes. It basically impacted everybody because they all use the same price aggregator. So this may be a good time for somebody to come up with a good way for that not to be hacked. It was a big thing on Twitter. People going crazy. Most people got it immediately, and they were saying, yes, you know, are we already in 2026? We'll hold that Lambo down payment, which is hilarious. And of course, people were memeing it out, talking about how they couldn't, you know, cash out, get their money. Of course you couldn't, but that would be hilarious. And the one thing I noticed looking at those prices, that really showed you how useless money is. What if everything was that price? Would anybody even have a complaint today? It would be like, well, what can you buy? Like, we have to restructure the price of everything. You could buy pretty much the entire world, but it wouldn't matter because we all could. So it pretty much shows you, because you have to go to extremes to prove your point a lot of times. On the very far extreme, if Bitcoin is worth 800 billion a piece, which is impossible, yes, money wouldn't matter. But, you know, on a lower scale, what about Bitcoin at 100 million? Would it really matter? All of us would pretty much be happy. So funny to see. Of course, this is crypto. It's the Wild West, baby.
Yeah, I'm seeing some hilarious comments. Let's see. Goodness said, quadrillionaire here. Yawo Nadeb, excuse me if I mispronounced it. I was rich for a minute. Credit case, I was a multimillionaire for an hour. Cryptocurrency, so I was super rich, then I wasn't. Yep. So basically, everybody said, Lauren Sanders said, feel good, feel like a billionaire for a few hours. LOL. So yeah, everybody felt very wealthy. I actually saw too, was it Trust Wallet, I guess. I don't know what was going on with Trust Wallet, but people were saying that the money that they, when they checked their Trust Wallets, the holdings they had were just a crazy amount. And a lot of people were screenshotting. I'm like, listen, if you're ever listening, if you're on exchange or your wallet and it's showing you an abnormal amount of crypto in the high end, swap that shit ASAP, baby. Make that swap happen. Listen,
why y'all taking screenshots and posting it? Social media era. You should have been a billionaire. Just do it.
Going wrong. You over here recording it and everything. Like, what? Listen, get off your phone and get on your phone, okay? You are supposed to be getting after it, trying to swap and trade and meet. Like, those mistakes in this industry, they do. I remember, what was it? Everybody was talking about Richard Hart was right that Bitcoin did low key drop to $8,000 on was Binance or something.
Yeah.
Like, those mistakes happen. If you have a buy order and you bought it at $8,000, it's real, people. So when you see these mistakes on these platforms, again, they're the cutthroat. They're not stupid. They will change their terms of service on you. Like, as you're making a trade, they'll change the terms of service. But no, we just changed it 10 seconds ago. No, this doesn't count. So they will do that to you. So on the flip side, if you see something wrong with the wallet or exchange or whatever, and you are getting more crypto than you know you should have, this is the Wild West. This isn't the do-gooder. Like, yeah, you're supposed to take care of other people in the community, but when you're talking about these centralized places that are essentially are stealing from you all, then get your money right back. Swap it.
Oh yeah, and see, most of those prices were ridiculous. But you know, the one price that may have actually gotten some people was Shiba. This is what I realized: Shiba's price was $511. In some people's heads, they think that is a possibility for Shiba. The other stuff was like astronomical. Of course, Bitcoin's not 800 million and whatever, or 800 billion. But some people probably saw that Shiba and was like, hold up, we hit 500, and they thought they were millionaires. But of course, that was not true at all. And again, like we just said, if it was true, swap your shit and get out as soon as possible, because you are not seeing that.
Some funny things. John Lewis said, feel like Jay-Z, but became Hammer, LOL. San Morgan said, Venus turns retrograde on the 19th, meaning value walking away for 40 days and 40 nights. So you do the whole moon thing. What is that? What does it mean? Does it mean we ain't gonna have no good plays for next month?
That means the price is going nuclear. We're going down to 37K, baby. Let's do it. Discounts all around Christmas. Now I don't know that. Like I said, hopefully it does. One thing I've heard, one theory is prices being suppressed so that big buyers can buy as much as possible. Gary Gensler is going to smack us down with SEC regulations after they come back from break in January, and then we'll resume the bear market when everybody least expected it, which is February, March of next year, because we've never seen the growth during that time. So yeah, I can see it happening, but we'll have to see.
One thing I do really want to say, because I see they're in the comments today, they're in the chat, whatever, you all want to wave the flag. I wouldn't do it if I were you, but whatever, we'll put the attention on you guys. Really quick, before we put the attention on them, you did mention everybody was essentially using the same price aggregator, which it looked to be CoinMarketCAP, which again proves the gentleman of crypto right again. That whole beef between CoinMarketCAP and Nomics, our position on it was that, hey, the overwhelming majority of the entire market, as far as Wall Street, the crypto community, Bitcoin Max, like everyone is using CoinMarketCAP. Everyone, for the most part, who uses it, who's knowledgeable about the industry, knows Binance bought it. We understand it's probably manipulated just like every other one out there is. But the fact remains the same. When you're talking about picking sides and going, like, you don't want to go against 95% of the market that's looking at the same price aggregator. You can believe what the price is wherever you want. As we said, value is only what people believe it to be. So if you're the only one person screaming that everything's worth this on one site, but everybody else is using another site, but then that's the other site they're using Dogecoin. It is what it is. Now, as far as John Nada is in here, said, haha, happy I'm only in the hex. The crypto no one understands but hates. Up 50% this last week alone, while everything else plummets. There is reason Hex is decoupled from Bitcoin and Ethereum. You're right. It is severely decoupled in a negative way. I love when people like you come on and just embarrass yourself and your entire community. I hope you realize you're doing your project more harm than good by saying Hex is up 50% this week alone. Hex went from being 40 cent when Bitcoin was at like 40K, 42K. Hex was at 40 cent. Since then, when Bitcoin went up to 66K again, Hex went all the way down to about last week. I checked, it was at 13 cent. 13 cent. You went from 40 cent to 13 cent while Bitcoin went up to 66K, came back down to settle at around 4750K. You all just went from 13 cent back up to 18 to 20. And you're talking about, I'm glad I'm with Hex and we're decoupled from Bitcoin. Like, that literally makes you all sound unintelligent. Like, you have to stop this. This is making the project and the people behind it look bad. And regardless of what you feel about the project, some of the people behind it are not bad. You know, we got Jams in here. Like, some people are very intellectual. But when you say stuff like that, John, you look like a fool, man. You literally look. You said we up 50%. You just went down to 13%.
We got our gains, bro. That's all that matters.
It was well away from being a dead project. Y'all better stop playing and tell the whole story. Do not tell half the story. All right, next, speaking of stories, next one, no, we spent enough time there. Really quick, we just wanted to talk about this story. Kraken CEO reverses a $100,000 Bitcoin 2021 forecast, saying crypto winter is now possible. We just had to throw this article out because right now, as we look around the market, we are the closest to predicting the price. I said the high of 2021 would be at 75. We would end at 75K. Right now, we touched 66. I don't know where else we go. There is still 15 days left, so it's not the end. We could see a pump going into New Year's, but to see a 50K pump, we need something. We need something in the mix and the sauce to make it happen. But in general, what are your thoughts on not only Kraken CEO, but of course we had Tom Lee from Fundstrat who always talks. I forgot the other company. I can't remember their name, but they kept coming up saying it was going to be 300K, 450K. What are your thoughts about these big companies coming out with these extravagant price points and then coming back saying, hey, we might actually go in the bear market?
Ah, man, stop being a little girl. Say, stick with what you said. You said it was going to be there. Stick with it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. The dude, what's his name? Tom Lee from Fundstrat. He's been wrong for 7 years. He makes a whole career out of it, but he still gets articles up just because you have to make predictions. Just say something and then people will go with it. But it seems as though their rationalization is that the crypto winter could start simply because Bitcoin has been going sideways and going down for the past month and a half. I love the sentiment right now. People are kind of just like, well, we don't know what to do. Should we wait for it to drop? Should we wait for it to go up? Good. Stay confused because price doesn't matter. But again, when you make predictions like here with Kraken, one of the things you'll see is them basically come back out and say, well, we could have been wrong. It could be crypto winter. It could be. Once you see enough of these, you start to realize it doesn't matter. And the Kraken CEO said it best. He said, it's hard to know where it goes. When you look at a long-term trend line of Bitcoin, it's just up constantly. I always tell people, if you think about buying Bitcoin, think about it as a 5-year plus investment. Thank you for putting that in there, because a lot of people month to month, week to week, day to day, they look at it, oh, it could be 100K, it could be 200. Well, it could go down to 20, it could go down to 30. That's the old way of doing it. That is old white shirt, what's his name, from CNBC, that's yelling all the time. That's his shtick. He comes in, he makes you feel all emotional. It's Kramer. Yeah, Jim Cramer. Always creaming his pants about the price. Either up, it's down, it's left, it's right, it's sideways. We don't know.
Said creaming his pants, bro. What's wrong with you, dog?
It keeps y'all in suspense. It brings you back. The difference about this market is Bitcoin is valuable. You don't need anything to bring you back. It's going to bring you in regardless. So we don't care about price, but predictions are hilarious to see in hindsight. Their reasoning for it is it's pretty solid. Again, Bitcoin is a long-term investment if you think of it that way.
All right. Speaking of long-term investments or lack thereof, DeFi is the most dangerous part of the crypto world, says Senator Elizabeth Warren, also known as Pocahontas to our, known as Pocahontas to President Donald Trump. Hey, I can say it. I can say it. Listen, the president said it, not me. Feel me? Listen, I've never called a senator. Hold on, I forgot about. I never called Senator Pocahontas. The president did. That's what they told me. Y'all told me to follow the law, do what the president, do what everybody tell you. I was listening to the president. He said Pocahontas, I said Pocahontas. So anyway, the U.S. lawmaker claimed that the value of stablecoins would take a nosedive, with small investors largely feeling the effects of a potential downturn. So here's the thing, really quick. This is a two-part article for one. It's a two article for one type of topic, which was essentially crypto on the hill, right? The second article, which kind of goes along with it, witnesses offer differing opinions on approach to stablecoins at congressional hearing. Here's the issue, everything. For one, let's just look at Elizabeth Warren first. Before like the last few years, when has she ever said the word cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, anything? So already you have someone who is not a subject matter expert taking the lead in a subject that they are not an expert on the matter on. Secondly, this is the same person who said that people were in this space with shadowy super coders when we were wearing hooded, shadowy super coders. They're still trying to criminalize this space, but at the same time, make money off it and tax it. They can't make up their minds. Actually had on the hill for this. And this is the reason why there are differing opinions. They have a bunch of people who don't know what they're talking about. Like literally, let's go ahead and take a look at this list. Hillary Allen, a professor at the American University Washington College of Law. What? That don't sound like Harvard or Stanford to me. I mean, can I see a crypto wallet? Have you been a trader for a long time? Like, I don't understand why you're there. Alexis Goldstein, director of financial policy at Open Markets. I don't get why you're there. This isn't a traditional market. This is not a traditional open market. So essentially, and this is the biggest problem that they're facing on the Hill, they keep trying to conflate our traditional market in Wall Street with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. You cannot merge it. The only way it does merge is the fact that it's a financial system. That's it. Other than that, stop trying to fit it all in the same box. So I'm not sure why you have this person here, Jay Massari, partner at Davis, Polk and Wardwell, one of the largest law firms out there, one of the ones that works with all these presidential candidates I tell you about. Again, besides the fact that you're plugged in, why are you there speaking for everybody? Dante Disparte, chief strategy officer and head of global policy at Circle. We know how you got in the door. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, they're all saying they're having differing opinions. And the reason why they're having differing opinions, first and foremost, because they didn't actually go to the crypto community. They went to a bunch of people who are crypto adjacent, if you will, because of their traditional roles. And they're trying to make them fit this stablecoin and cryptocurrency puzzle piece into the regular market. And no one's agreeing with it. Now, the one thing they did agree on, or some people were saying, was that, hey, stablecoins and DeFi, as they grow bigger, they are largely out of compliance with checks on know your customer and anti-money laundering. And essentially, this can counter the financing of terrorism and counter U.S. sanctions. The biggest thing is it can and will counter U.S. sanctions. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to enhance terrorism. Terrorists are going to be terrorists no matter what the value system is they use to exchange things. And they also mentioned that, hey, stable coins and DeFi are one way to also convert ransomware payments from one crypto to another. And then going down to, where's this? Alex, I want to add this. This guy, Alex, essentially said, where is it at? They essentially said that, here we go, Allen says stable coins could pose a real threat to financial stability in the States. In her opinion, the asset class could eventually grow to the point at which it could displace enough US dollars to limit the Federal Reserve's ability to respond to inflation. Private sector institutions who have made no mandate to serve the public interest will have usurped control over the money supply, undermining central banks' ability to rein in inflation or address deflation, said Allen. This is yet another reason to avoid policies that encourage the growth of stable coins. Wrong.
Actually, the opposite.
Wrong. Who is Allen again? I don't know who this person is. So let me scroll up. Hillary Allen, a professor at the American University Washington College of Law. Why are you talking about stable? This is her. What do you know about cryptocurrency, stable coins to talk about it? It seems like nothing, because here's the first thing first. private sector institutions who have no mandate to serve the public interest. She's talking about private companies that create stable coins. What about the private company that creates the United States dollar, the Federal Reserve? They have no mandate to serve the public interest, and they haven't. They just they just do enough so the whole house of cards won't crumble on us. They want to still make their money. So that first statement is false. The Federal Reserve is a private sector institution. Point blank, period. It is not a federal company. And then they said, we'll have usurped control of the money supply. Okay, good. Undermining central bank stability. Yeah, good. Because the reason why we have inflation and deflation, which central banks control, is that whole talk we had in the math class and on the show plenty of times about the monster on Jekyll Island, where central banks literally print money and say it's an asset, and then they lend you the money and say it's a debt on the same balance sheet. That printed money out of thin air is an asset and a debt on the same balance sheet, and that debt actually gets turned into an asset on another balance sheet, because if you essentially don't pay it, then you become too big to fail. You can have taxpayers pay it back. Essentially, that debt will be paid back, and if taxpayers pay it back, then you start off with fake money that you created debt with that taxpayers pay back, which turns into real value in the form of human capital. So stop talking to Americans like we don't know what we're talking about. We do. You are wrong, wrong, wrong. And what you're saying and what Pocahontas Senator Warren is doing on the Hill right now is another reason to avoid policies that does not encourage the growth of cryptocurrency. And last but not least, before I pass it over to you real quick to say, this whole thing about the growth of stable coins and usurping it, and they even essentially make mention that I don't know where it's at. I'm not about to look through all of it. They make mention that the DeFi sector essentially couldn't even really operate with stablecoins. Stablecoins is what gives it its lifeblood. Again, they are wrong, wrong, wrong. What they don't understand is that stable coins are only used really to onboard and offboard fiat. The moment we stop using fiat currency, people could stay in Bitcoin. Some people are going to stay in Ethereum. Some people are going to stay in whatever. We don't even need stable coins. This stable coin thing is just another part of the process to get more people over to crypto full time. So again, they picked the wrong group of people to come on board. It's not a surprise how and why they picked them. And because of that, we're just wasting more taxpayer dollars doing a circle jerk on the Hill.
Oh, man, please don't get me started. I mean, you basically said everything, but at this point, we're starting to see the death of the dollar. They're scrambling. They're trying to save it. Again, it doesn't matter which political party it is. Two arms of the same bird, and they both look like they are flying into shit right now, because apparently for Warren, she said this is where the regulation is effectively absent. It's where the scammers and the cheats and the swindlers mix among part-time investors and first-time crypto traders. In DeFi, someone can't even tell if they're dealing with a terrorist. Well, you can't tell we're dealing with a terrorist with stable coins, but we can tell we're dealing with terrorists with you guys, and somehow we still can't avoid it. So, you know, pick your poison at that point. And of course, we're just seeing all of the government officials come together to try and figure out a way to control how we operate. They think you're children. I'm just telling you, man, they don't care about you. They don't have your best interests at heart. They think you're children who don't know what you're doing, and that they're going to catch all the terrorism, financing, and all that. I got one word for everything they're talking about with terrorism and KYC: Monero. Y'all still haven't. Y'all should have all of y'all's hearings on Monero, because until you figure that out, y'all still haven't figured out how to stop privacy payments. And there's a whole network of people that's using it right now. And that little baby bounty you all put out is not going to stop it. So again, they have way bigger problems to get. But it's funny they didn't mention Bitcoin and crypto. They're focusing on stable coins now. We beat them back so far. They all the way back. Now they're trying to criticize stable coins. So it's just a fun time to be alive, just to see. Everybody loves to see the emperor with no clothes, and we're starting to see it now. It's amazing.
Yeah, Wishcaller said, Country Club said, yes, DeFi threatens status quo. Central banks are running the show. J.E. Walter said, Operation Steal the Narrative. You know, that's what I love about our Warriors. Everybody in chat seems, you know, very well versed in this stuff. They know, I mean, they're not stupid as well. And somebody said, give it a little bit Warren, that big roar. You're right. She's definitely the Dino of the day. Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Give it to her one more time.
John Nada, feel free to call in Friday. They said, John Nada said, yes, mega big brain take that was. Hex goes from fraction of a cent to 50 cents. Didn't go to 50, so that's a lie, but whatever. And back down to 15 cents. It is still up massively, nothing but an opportunity to enter before the new all-time high. All right, so that was the shittiest take I've ever seen, because every cryptocurrency in the market, for the most part, has went from 0 cents to a lot. So that take is terrible. We could say the same thing for Dogecoin, bro. What are you talking? Call in Friday. Please call in Friday. We ain't flaming nobody live in a while. And you seem like, I don't know, you seem like you'll be a fun one. Like, what are you even talking about? It went from pennies on the dollar to 50 cents. Okay, well, Bitcoin went from pennies on the dollar to 66,000 and then back down to 50,000. Like, what
and it has a use case. What's the use case of Hex? Number go up? Well, have fun. Cheers to you, buddy. I'm sure that'll create the generational wealth you're looking for.
Right. Call in Friday. We'll talk about it Friday. All right. You got your 2 project shout outs. Nobody else is gonna get it. Like, people are still holding. All right. People are still holding because you already gave bad advice. So please come back. All right. Let's see. What else we got in the news today? Oh, really, we just wanted to talk about this quick story. NYDIG raises $1 billion in funding, valuation now at $7 billion. We talked about them plenty of times. Just quickly want to run through them. The company stated its goal is to enable access to Bitcoin financial services for everyday individuals. The company stated its goal is to enable access to Bitcoin financial services for everyday individuals. Again, every time I get to smack this company around, I will, because they're lying to you. The company states its goal is to enable access to Bitcoin financial services for everyday individuals. Okay, that's NYDIG, $1 billion in funding, valuation at $7 billion. They want to make sure all regular people can have Bitcoin financial services, just not through your own wallet. Oh, why do I say that? I don't know. Let's see. NYDIG, this is who I always talk about, the rat face Ben Lawsky. Look at this article from May 13, 2020. Fund manager got New York bit license 11 months after hiring its architect. That's right. Benjamin Lawsky, the former regulator who created New York's bit license in 2015, joined a Bitcoin fund manager nearly a year before it applied for and received a license. Nothing dirty going on there. This is all, hey, listen, I'm sure they did the right way, because why? Everyone in New York gets a bit license because New York wants Bitcoin, the Bitcoin community, to survive and thrive and to be innovative. And that's why everyone has received so many bit licenses. I mean, in fact, excuse me. Only 25 people only got a bit license since 2015. Wait, only 25 companies?
Who are these companies?
25 companies in almost 7 years, you say? Well, we know one of the 25 companies is the company that the guy stopped working as a regulator for to go work for. So of course they got it. Oh, what, Circle got one?
Wasn't Circle represented at that congressional hearing we were just talking about?
They were at the congressional hearing.
I believe they were at that congressional hearing.
And I think Goldman Sachs owned them, and I also think they tried to fork Bitcoin at that May thing back in 2017. Like,
even Gigi in the back know that's some bullshit. She yelling.
so the first person didn't get one. The first institution company was Circle. You got XRP. They pay to play. I'm not mad. Coinbase, Bitflyer, Genesis, Zappo, Square, BitPay, NYDIG, LibertyX, Robinhood, Bitstamp. Like, do you see an issue as Sophie, Eris Clearing, Gemini, Paxos, people? Like, really, Fidelity, back, come on. And if you do want to go more in depth, Coinbase actually has a well-written article about the bit license, a timeline of New York's landmark cryptocurrency regulation, where they go through all the timeline of events, and you can literally just see the fuckery here. But that's essentially what it is. In order to operate in New York, at this point, you need to be an established crypto company or a company with a lot of money to give to them. This is crazy, but this is what it is.
Yeah, and somebody just commented here. They were saying, who was this trick? This is why I don't take the income from NYC Mayor Adam serious about making the city the center of crypto. He doesn't know how things are set up. We were just saying that. I was like, Eric Adams has a fight ahead of him because he has a whole group of people who have already set up this apparatus. They have all of this infrastructure in place to keep themselves employed and to make up the rules so that they can stay rich. And most people don't understand that's really only how rich people stay rich. They don't work. They don't produce anything of value. What they do is they make a lot of money and then they get influence from the politicians to keep that money, which is smart if that's what you want to do. Thing is, this is Bitcoin, people. You can't impose a bit license in one state and then think it's going to happen with everybody else. However, Benjamin Lawsky, again, we've been calling him before Rat-Face Ben. We've been talking about it for years. At this point, the corruption is in your face, people. Either you want to see it, it's right there. It's right there. Whether you want to see it or not, it's right there. And this is the best part about this industry is we can see it because we're in Bitcoin. Everything starts to become way more clear when you start to see the corruption. So at least we have a clear picture. Our warriors are all set. I don't think we have anything to worry about. It's the individuals that they're going to fool. Because remember, we said this before, King, they're going to try and change the narrative. They got a $7 billion valuation, raise another billion, and they're going to come out and say, this is Bitcoin for everyday people. Which people? Look, the people on Wall Street.
How can you even have a bit license? That'd be like the way your company's being ran. A license that only 25 companies were able to get, and the architect who works for you, who didn't want to give them out. But I mean, like you said, that has literally changed the narrative. Yet you really have the gumption with a straight face to be like, yeah, Bitcoin financial services for everyday people. Maybe they aren't lying. Maybe to them, everyday people are people with $20 million plus in their bank accounts. Maybe ordinary, everyday people with them are like regulators and CEOs and executives. I might be wrong. I mean, that might be my fault. Like to them, they might be telling the truth. They're like, I ain't around y'all broke boys out there. Like everyday people to me are billionaires. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. These are my everyday people. It's like, okay, all right, Ben.
Young Ears, thank you. Said watch the entire 5-hour hearing and it was a joke. Watch Andreas Antonopoulos address the Canadian Senate in 2014 for real insight into Bitcoin. I agree. We always say it. I think I even said in the masterclass. If you haven't watched that yet, it is worth the watch. It's like an hour and a half. 2014, Andreas Antonopoulos went to go talk to Canadian Senate. Go check it out. John Nada, that's what I'm talking about. John Nada said he game. He said, light me up, son. All right, we see you Friday. Come on, holla at us. You already know it. Les Square. It's funny you say this, Les. So two things. First, what did you say we mentioned before the show? You had just said something. My fault.
Oh, Eric Adams. I was saying he can't really do anything.
I wanted to give you props on that. You did mention before the show. You was like, New York got an uphill battle, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they got a long way to go, bro. There's some old money tied into a lot of those institutions that's not trying to change at all.
Let's see. Somebody said shout out Gigi. There we go. Yeah, but no, I wanted to bring up it was an interesting thing. Okay, Les Square said big ups to you all because you're not afraid to bring on Spencer, who actually call out fraudulent folks. Platforms and you all are willing to have him on and include him in your masterclass. So exactly. I'm glad you said that. I was just watching this video yesterday about that Hyperledger and woo-wee, 16 minutes. Hyperledger, a dead project. And he called it very well. He's like, they might got 6 more months left. I was like, that dude know what he's talking about. But no, one of the things I was thinking about, because with that video, I saw that video. He did another new video about influencers in general promoting stuff. Specifically, he was talking about influencers who do things like a sponsored post, but they don't tell people. They're not saying this is sponsored. They're just saying like, yo, if you don't buy everything, go all in on this project or this crypto project, then you're crazy. So I'm not gonna lie, I was watching this video and he's all about, being very open. He was like, I think you should tell everybody how much you make from sponsorships and all that. I disagree. I think you should tell people you make money. I don't think that the amount matters, specifically because this isn't a business versus retail market. This is a business versus a government. Like what? Ain't no business out here about to be throwing out financial reports. You don't got to do that. But I say all that to say I still stand with that. I want to reach out to Spencer. I know people already did reach out to Spencer. I either want to do some type of collaborative effort with them because he is calling out scam artists, especially in the crypto sector, where it's very frustrating when you see other channels and people in here who scamming. You see Hyperledger. Overnight, Hyperledger is bigger than the gem in the crypto.
Yeah.
And everybody's already saying it's a scam. Like that happens. So again, I'm all for it. Yeah, shout out to Spencer. We definitely got to link up with him and see if we can do anything there. All right, last but certainly not least, Block, formerly Square, will allow users to get Bitcoin for the holidays using Cash App. Zay, you know these folks. What's going on with this story?
Oh, yeah. So Block, yes, the name change has happened. They will allow users to gift BTC for the holidays using Cash App. It's as easy as sending cash, and you don't need to own stock or Bitcoin to gift it, allowing transfers as low as $1. So if you're transferring from Cash App to your favorite strip club, favorite dancers, $1 at a time, you can do it for the holidays. Have some of these girls get some gifts for their 7 kids. And according to the Tuesday tweet, Cash App said its users, roughly 40 million active monthly, could send as little as $1 in Bitcoin or stock as a gift in the same way they have been sending cash. The payments firm joins others, including PayPal and Coinbase, in allowing users to send crypto as payments or gifts to third parties. So if you're thinking about giving away some crypto for the Christmas time, this is a way to do it. One of many, and we want to give them a hand. They stay at the forefront of making sure people can get it to each other. Shout out to them. But again, you could just send it through any wallet if you want to. But this is a great promotion for them to get people to use Cash App and to bring other people on as well. So I'm sure there'll be some people that see that and buy Bitcoin when they get onto the app if they don't already have it.
Hey, Zay, you know what you can do for $1?
What's that?
Buy Bitcoin. I hate that commercial. Seriously. Bitcoin. Bro, they played around the clock. I'm mad, but it's like, how y'all go from you're not even allowed to do commercials or advertisements as a crypto? Like, you want to talk about what's really unfair? People talking about these sponsored ads and everything. We're not allowed to do ads, people. Yeah. You understand what unfair really is? Like,
yeah,
you talking about YouTubers shilling coins or all that other stuff. When you have good people and good project stuff, we're not even legally allowed to do advertisements on most of these platforms and stuff. So like, and some is legality and some is just the platform, the private company being like, we doing our own thing. We don't want people to promote. So again, it's this whole it's the Wild West right now, people. It's going to be the Wild West for the foreseeable future. And the Wild West isn't going to stop by YouTubers and Twitter people. I'm guaranteeing you, like crypto.com, when it takes over the stable center and everything officially, oh, they about to listen. Yeah. I saw another game yesterday, Coinbase all over the court. Like they're about to shove it down your throat. You ain't even started yet. I'm telling you now, you're not going to know which way is up. And you talk about false advertising. They're telling you to put your crypto and your money in banks. Don't use your wallet. Put it in the bank. Say less. That's a shield. Yeah. Really quick, I want to give Cash App its flowers too, because they're telling people, hey, you can do this with as little as $1. $1. So again, for people who say Bitcoin cryptocurrency is too expensive, Cash App's coming back around saying, no, not really. We got you. So that was pretty cool to see that. Other than that, let's see. You got any last? Oh, somebody said, gentlemen, the crypto Discord win. Said level 99 Slacker. So we used to actually have one, but be on the lookout. We are considering bringing a new one back next year.
Yeah, we were too early. I was saying we were too early on the first one.
We were too early.
2017, 2018, it was bear market. Everybody ran away like some little scared pussies. And we were like, this is the time where you need to be learning. And we were right. But we just kept all the information for ourselves. It was all good for us. But we could bring the Discord back. It's so diluted now. Everybody has a Discord. Everybody has Telegram. And we were doing that three years ago when people should have been learning. But we may bring it back. Who knows?
Yeah, like I said, we actually are in talks with some people. It's really just about the moderation of it and the time, because to be realistic, neither one of us have time to monitor a full Discord 24/7. But again, we might be getting some help with it. So if it happens, we'll make sure we point that out next year for sure. Early next year too. You'll know by first quarter. Other than that, that's the show for today. As always, make sure you smash that like and share. If you haven't already, go ahead and get that masterclass. Again, these next 3 weeks, for people who already have the masterclass, thank you for the support. We will be doing another Q&A, and we will be uploading a few more videos, a couple educational videos, and then one kind of walkthrough here in the next few weeks. So be on the lookout to make sure for the people who already bought it, you're still getting the value for your money. We want to make sure you're happy with that class and everything that goes along with it. So again, thanks for all that. Make sure you smash that like and share. We'll see you all some more crypto news. I think that's it. Nothing else going on Bitcoin, Zay?